Welcome back to the Handheld Insight series on this channel. I will continue make the Handheld Insight series on this channel and try to wrap up some great news that happened each week for the handheld gaming. Let's get started. During last week, the Steam Deck just hit another huge milestone for the playable and verified game titles. 75% of the game tested has been categorized as playable or deck verified. When the Steam Deck was launched in 2022 February, the total playable and verified game was only 500. Now, after 1 year and a couple months, this number has increased to 10,000. The Steam Deck verification program was running faster than ever, and it even generally includes games that are to be released. More game developers seems to be paying attention to the Steam Deck specs and getting the games verified even before release. I think this is one of the biggest advantages that the Steam Deck over the other Windows handheld gaming PC. While it's still working really hard even after the Steam Deck has been released for almost 2 years. We are getting more and more games verified, and the Steam OS update is pushing out consistently. Furthermore, Steam Deck is still getting hardware revision in June 2023. Someone from Reddit spotted this. The newer version of Steam Deck from June 2023 has a big metallic plate that probably acts as a large heatsink. The Steam Deck can get a little bit hot in the back when playing some big titles. This big piece metal plate may help diffuse the heater better than the earlier version. It's great to see that Valve is still putting effort at this stage to improve the Steam Deck hardware design. The gaming experience on the deck is getting better and better. We will never see something like this happen on a Windows handheld PC. All those indicate the success of the Steam Deck. Also, this means the Steam Deck 2 is not far from us. The Asus ROG Ally just got a new 322 BIOS update over last week. The new BIOS will fix the Ally stuck at the boot up loading screen when users set up password in the BIOS mode. But I have never experienced this issue on my Ally. This 322 BIOS will also increase the fan speed in the turbo mode. Asus did not mention the reason for this change, but lots of folks are suspecting this move is to reduce the chance that Ally fires the SD card. I haven't had any chance to use SD card with my Ally, but when I compare the Ally's SD card slot location with all other handhelds I owned, I have a big concern with this location. The SD card slot on the Ally is just next to the exhaust, and this area generally are getting really hot when it's in turbo mode. The SD card normally generates a great amount of heat by itself when it's loading up AAA games. If extra heat are added by the exhaust, this could be a huge concern for the SD card on the Ally. Asus never mentioned about gaming performance with this new BIOS update. Based on my test, the gaming performance is pretty close with the BIOS 317. So if you are still at BIOS 17, now it's time to upgrade. Over last week, the latest Nintendo Switch Yuzu emulator just got 20% performance boost for the AMD CPU. Yes, this means we can better emulate Switch games on the Steam Deck and ROG Ally. The Ioneer just announced this massive 8.4-inch screen Queen handheld gaming PC, which will come with 2 trackpads like the Steam Deck. I am usually not a big fan of the big screen handheld PC, but most time they have a better battery life. Just from my Steam Deck holding experience, the trackpads have to be somewhere pretty close to the center line of the device. So when you hold it, your finger will land on the trackpad naturally. But the location of the 2 trackpads on this new Ioneer are just so close to the bottom edge of the handheld. Once you put your fingers on those 2 trackpads, there is nothing to support your palm. Also, let me know what you think about this device. So over last week, they also announced the Ioneer 1S, which has 5.5-inch OLED screen with AMD 7840U CPU. This device will be the smallest 7840U handheld PC. I personally feel the 5.5-inch screen is just kinda too small for most of the AAA games. That's why I got rid of my Ioneer Air. Also, the battery life is always a big problem when the devices are in such small body. Let me know what you guys think about the smaller handheld PC. Also, I have owned a couple Ioneer products. There are some common problems with their products. The screens are generally getting really hot, and the speakers are just below average. The GPD WIN4 will have the AMD 17814U refreshed version soon. With this new version, the AUX-Link port will replace the current USB port. I am kinda disappointed with this change. The AUX-Link is a great addition to have, but I have never used eGPU with any of my handhelds. Based on my own experience, the USB port is just so useful. I can plug any USB stick or even a physical keyboard or a mouse without any dongle or adapter. This is just such a unique feature on the GPD WIN4. Now it's gone. I usually take the GPD WIN4 with me when I was on the go. It's not just because it's compact, but it has a full-function keyboard, track point, and so many practical points that allow me to plug in other accessories without extra adapters. The One X2 Player Pro EVA Limited Edition was released last week. This purple color looks so unique. This is the top line of the One X Player current handheld. It will come with Ryzen 7 7814U and 32GB RAM, but I am not just into their detached controller design with the One X Player 2.